Konnichiwa minasan, kyo desu. So I'm gonna be reacting to a Japanese comedian that did blackface. Supposedly this got a lot of controversy and it's been seen as racist. So I'm gonna check it out, see what I think about it. You guys will know what I think about it, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Ikimashou.
Whenever I see blackface on television here in Japan, I feel this feeling of not being respected and not being, as my color being used as a joke or a punchline. I don't necessarily think that it's racist. I just think that it's very problematic, it's very demeaning, it's very disrespectful to the feelings of the people who are impacted. Their daily lives are impacted by the antics of Japanese comedians or Japanese musicians performing in blackface. And generally how we're presented here is stereotype driven, and it's very otherizing, and it causes problems for us in our daily lives here. The problem is that now Japan is no longer an isolated country. It's on the world stage, and people are watching this programming in real time. If they see this blackface, they're going to have a misperception about Japan. I mean, most people look at blackface and immediately say this is racist. And I don't think it's necessarily racist, but that's how the world is going to perceive Japan, as a racist country, or a very ignorant country, if they continue to do this blackface programming.
All right, I'll give my thoughts. So, I can see why this would get a lot of controversy. As I've said in other videos in the past, Japan has a very unique history, and part of that history is being isolated from the world for so long. But not only that, they haven't experienced racism, or they have a history of racism like we do in the West when it comes to Black people. And a big issue that I've always had with people is a lot of times we bring our culture and our cultural history to another country that hasn't gone through the same kind of ordeals and events that our countries have been through. And with a lot of Japanese comedy, a huge part of Japanese comedy is actually making fun of people or oneself. And I know for sure that their intentions are not to be racist. I know that for sure. It's something that Japanese comedy seems to be very demeaning to a person, meaning that like they poke fun at something to get a laugh out of it. And it seems to be a very popular style of humor. As far as the blackface is concerned, I don't think it's racist, me personally. However, blackface was used in the West for a lot of white racists to make fun of Black people. If you look back into like the 1920s and 30s, 40s, like really old 20th century America, there was a lot of demeaning cartoons and visuals that would kind of like make a lot of Blacks look like either monkeys, or we have overly sized lips. Our proportions in cartoons were like more monkey-like, while more whites would be portrayed as these like nice, like majestic looking people. And blackface was used as a way to make fun of Black people in American history. So a lot of Blacks and Westerners already have a very negative connotation about blackface because it was used as a way to demean a people. However, in Japan, since they haven't had that history, to them, it's just comedy. It's not something to be racist about or to hate people about, or, you know, to make fun of people. It's just something that they did. Now, I'm not gonna say whether they can or cannot do it. You know, I don't think I'm necessarily in that position to tell people what to do. I can give my advice and give my perspective. However, I agree with the guy in the video that said that the world is becoming more globalized. We're the most connected we've ever been in human history. This is not like, even like 10, 20, 30 years ago, where a country can pretty much be isolated in a way where they don't have much influence from other countries. But since everything's connected now because of the internet, everyone across the globe is going to see something that you're doing. If Japanese comedians choose to stay doing blackface, just know that you're going to get a lot of negative feedback and a lot of hatred and a lot of people who are pissed off, because in the West, this is seen as a horrible thing. However, a lot of people are not going to be as objective, let's say I am, and understand that Japan doesn't have a history of that. So I can be objective and understand their intentions are not bad. However, a lot of people don't have the mental capacity to do that. So if you do plan on doing blackface as a Japanese comedian, just know that you're going to get a lot of backlash for it. And partially, I believe the best way for people to understand each other, connect, and come to a sense of harmony is to understand how people think, why people do what they do, understand the history of that people. I know for a fact, I doubt it is, but generally speaking, I can probably safely assume that Japanese comedian wasn't trying to be racist. It was just probably something he thought was funny. But again, if you're gonna continue to do that, just know that there's a lot of people who are gonna be pissed. And you guys know me by now. I'm not someone who quickly shouts racism, because I feel like racism is such a word that's been used over and over again. The word racism has lost its weight, because now everything's racist nowadays. So it's like if someone's called something racist, like, oh, whatever, it's probably not even racist. But when you abuse a word and you use it in context that it's not meant to be used for, or it's not properly identifying the problem, like calling something racist when it's not, is actually weakening the power of that word. So for me, I'm not offended, I'm not like mad or pissed off, but I'm just saying, understand, I'm doing my best to understand why people do what they're doing, but also understand why the Westerners would be pissed off about it. But again, to end my little rant, do what you want, but just understand the consequences of your actions. That's all I'm saying. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So if you guys liked the video, please smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. Also hit that bell as well to get notified whenever we post a video. Arigatou gozaimasu. Minasan. Ja ne.